Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Now, I bought this Volvo C30 about 2 months ago, and I did a full review, well, a mini review I'd call it, when I first bought the car. Now, since I've had the car, I've learned what's great about the car and what's not so great about the car. And today we're going to go over, hang on, that guy's braking. Today we're going to go over the best bits and the bad bits of the Volvo C30. So, what I love about this car is the fact it's not very common. There aren't many of these cars around, and in fact, of a day, I probably travel about 60-70 miles over all different types of roads, and I probably see 2 or 3 other C30s throughout the day. But the good news is, as well, is that this is actually based on a Mark II Ford Focus, which means spare parts are not only readily available, but they're also super duper cheap. Now, the second thing I love about this car is the way it drives. And I mean, this is the 1.6 litre petrol engine, so it's not particularly gutsy, but around the bends, this thing is absolutely beautiful. So we're going to go around a few bends now. I'm going to turn the camera around and you can see what I mean. Obviously, we're not talking Lamborghini Aventador style handling here, but for a car which is based on, you know, a family hatchback, it definitely takes the bends really well. Of course, the sacrifice is it's a little bit bumpy, but it's definitely livable with. Now, while we're watching how well this car takes corners, we're also going to be looking out for other Volvo C30s. As in the previous thing I absolutely love about this car, there aren't many of them around. So, let's go. Well, that video did not demonstrate at all how well this car drives around corners, at all. But it did show how few Volvo C30s there are out on the road today. Because even after that video where I travelled about 5 miles, I travelled another 5 miles or so trying to find somewhere to pull over for the next part of the video, and still didn't spot a single Volvo C30. So, 1 point proven, 1 point not proven. Anyway, on to the third thing I love about this car, and that's this interior. Now, bearing in mind this car is 15 years old and is therefore slightly worn, it's just a lovely place to be. These great big leather seats are really comfy and really hold you nicely. The rear seat, there's only 2 of them, but again, they're like big armchairs, and there's plenty of leg room in the back as well, and everything just feels quality, and it's just a lovely place to be. Now we're on to the fourth thing I love about the Volvo C30, and it's my absolute favourite thing about this car. It brightens my day up at the end of a long day in work. I open the doors and I just see my gorgeous car sat there waiting for me to drive it. Now, I've driven this car, I've done over 1,000 miles, I've been to several places where I've kind of dropped off and picked up, or I've sat down, I've gone to pick my car up, and I've washed my car all over several times. I can't find a bad angle on this car. There's a few little things that could be tweaked, such as the front grille I'm going to modify or fit an aftermarket one. And then it could do the diffuser on the back, but that's just my personal taste. And apart from that though, it's just a really good looking motor. Obviously, again, it's no Ferrari, but for what it is, it looks absolutely stunning. Right, so we've gone over the things that I love about the Volvo C30, and now we're going to go over the 3 things I flipping hate about this car. stupid. So, the first thing is going to be the stupid boot cover. Whoever designed that boot cover, right, just needs to, you know, just rust a little bit. The good news is it's easily removable, so I can't complain too much. But what would have been better would have been some kind of parcel shelf that goes up with the boots. They could have fashioned something to kind of go up with it like a normal car. But no. Or even if they made the standard boot cover, but made like the aperture you can use wider. Why couldn't they do that? Why couldn't they make the aperture wider so you can get more things in it? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I started using the car without the stupid boot cover. And this one's got tinted windows, thankfully, so no one can really see in. So I'm not worried about things getting stolen. However, I still do hate it dearly. So the second thing I hate about this car, and well, I'm kind of learning to live with it, but I hated it at first, is the lack of Bluetooth and the fact you can't change the stereo. So, quick explanation. So basically, this stereo here, obviously you've got the air conditioning controls here, you've got the CD there, and the stereo is right behind there. So, and behind there as well, this is apparently run on fibre optic cables as well, so there's no way of just pulling this out and putting in a standard single DIN or double DIN stereo. There's no chance whatsoever. So your options are basically a £600 unit by a company called, I think it's Powerbase, and that apparently isn't even that good, so we're not going to do that one. The second option is like a kit from ALG Performance, who specialise in Volvos, and they've made a kit whereby you can take this off, get a nice little surround there, and put a single DIN aftermarket stereo in there. But the problem is, even the kit is like 120 quid, and then you've got your stereo on top of that, and then really it needs better speakers as well, because the speakers in this car aren't great. So yeah, actually, yeah, thinking about it, I still hate it. Now I'm talking about it, I've had to use this horrible little thing for now, and it is horrible, but you know, it just about does the job, and it was a £5, so I'll keep using that for now. And it's very rarely a problem, to be fair, but say you park in a car park and there's a car next to you, and these doors are roughly 1.5 football pitches long, which makes getting in and out just embarrassing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to move, and we'll go back home to the car park behind my house, and I'm going to show you how much of a nightmare this massive long door is. So here we are, parked up to a teeny tiny car, loads of room, and even still, so again, the video didn't prove my point, but I promise you, when I get out the car in a tight parking space, it's nearly impossible to get out without denting another car or my own car. And it is very, very irritating. And just occasionally, I think, oh, I hate this car, just because of these massively long doors. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching the video. I hope it gives you a good insight into Volvo C30 ownership. If you've got anything you'd like to add to the list that you love or hate about your C30, or any other questions about owning a Volvo C30, don't forget to comment down below. Anyway guys, see you next time. Take care.